Hi, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to describe this video to yourself yet. It is a bit of a mishmash, but it's a couple of things that I do have in common. Basically, I have some of my dolls here, my Smartdolls. Here we have one, and she's wearing some really cute leg warmers. And one of the others has some really cute slippers. We have some cute slippers. And then my last Smart doll here is, you've seen this before, but she has these cute tights. And last but not least, I have a little Sindy here in a little bit of both. She has a cute little dress and a cute pair of socks. So this is the link, really, is these are products that are not designed for dolls, but they are used for dolls. Well, some of us use them for dolls because we sadly go around going, oh, it won't fit so-and-so, that'll fit one of my dolls. And that is what we have a tendency to do. I'm a nightmare for it. I'm always looking for miniature things and I go, oh no, that'll be this to be that. So it is one of those things when you are shopping, have a look out. You might be surprised what you can find. Now, for the little socks, I have actually made them, but I wanted to have a chat with you about something about socks, something to watch for if you are making your doll socks out of people socks, basically. And the others are actually pet products, and I know some of you have already seen some of the pictures I've put up, but I just wanted to have a little chat about them and what to watch. Some of the prices are silly out there. Please be careful. I got them from really cheap places, and I'm going to tell you that where I actually purchased them from. So yes, be careful with that. So we're going to have a little look. We'll be just looking at sort of feet, really, of the Smart dolls, because that's all we need to look out for that. But for Sindy, we're going to have a proper look at what I actually did for her. And this is something I'd not actually anticipated. I was laid in bed after I've been doing, I'm trying to get to sleep, and I'm suddenly thinking, I'm like, that would make somebody a dress. And I tried it on a couple ones, and Sindy happened to be the one that had the perfect fit there, but it would fit Barbie, I think, as well. So I'm going to have a look at these top down. I'll see you in a moment, and let's have this very odd video. I'll see you in a minute. Well, here we go with this rather strange Smart doll, Sindy stroke pet sort of items doll thing. I don't know what we're doing, but basically I have chaos on the table here, and you can see we have 3 sets of feet here. I will explain the feet first. We have, obviously you may have seen these if you're a crocheter, I made some little elf slippers. Poor old Mariah fell over then, sorry about that. But also I made the little long socks, and I want to discuss that something. We'll do that at the end though. I just wanted to move Mariah out of the way so you can see. In fact, I might take one of her stockings off so we can actually see it. There we go. We can look at that in a moment. Now, you'll see the other 2 girls. We have these very cute little slipper socks, we could call them. They are quite cute because they do actually have little paw prints on the bottom. And the reason they have little paw prints is because they are for little dogs or little cats, perhaps. I can't imagine even trying to get them on our pets. So we'll take one of those off and we can move this girl, trying to make ourselves a little bit of space. And then we have, last but not least, we have my Brie here, who has little pet leg warmers. Now these are pet leg warmers again. I'm just looking, there's another sock up there that I've not brought down. Just pinch the sock off the doll, and let's have a proper look at what we actually have here. Now, these 2 little socks here, now I bought 2 packs, and you get 4 in a pack because they're designed for dogs. And I got these from Matalan, and they cost sort of £3.50, I think they were. I think they were a really good bargain. I know the woman at the till had said to me, I think I mentioned it before when I did one of the others, that that there were, she wouldn't be able to put them on her dog. And I said, well, neither would I. I didn't sort of carry on and tell her that they weren't for dogs. They were for a doll. I just made out they were for some toys sort of thing. You get strange enough looks as it is. And I was not in the mood for the conversation. So these have made fabulous Smart doll little slippers. I suspect they would do our generation. They are big enough, I think. But I just thought they were so cute. But the prices of some of these online are way more than that, so watch out for your pricing. So I did mention those slightly before, but I hadn't mentioned these. Now these were actually from, was it B&M. It was from B&M. I'm in the UK here, so apologies obviously if you don't know the names of some of these shops. Oh, we're dropping hair there. Now I have seen these online for a lot more than what I paid. Now I think I am hunting again for something that I should have put out in the first place, which I don't know where I've put now. Basically, it was the packaging that these were in. They were only £2. And again, you've got 4. So they make really great Smartdoll or larger. This is 1/3 scale, of course. Doll leg warmers. I think they look great with her leggings and her boots. I was really over the moon with them. So we've got a great Christmassy feel for her. So we'll pop her over to one side. You can just sort of see the feet there. You can see how cute these are. And then I'm like, oh, well, I've got 2 more. The other dolls have got these. So I'm like, what shall I do? What shall I do? And for some reason, as I mentioned before, I was trying to get off to sleep. And I suddenly thought, doll dress. It would make a really cute tube doll dress. And in my head while I was asleep, I was thinking sort of Pippa mini Sindy size. But as it turned out, they were way too big. So in comes Curly here. She's called Curly because I did her hair when I got her and it just went chaotic. So we ended up calling her Curly. Now, this is just a little, I don't know what you call it, a little cape that I actually got from a charity shop. I haven't got a clue what doll it is meant to fit, but it does make a really cute cape there. So we'll take the cape off her and look how lovely that fits on our Sindy. I think it could do with straps because it does fall down. I've taken some great photos of her, but the straps would hold it over. Maybe a little bit of ribbon or whatever you wanted to use, really. Some braids, something just to sort of take it over. A little bit of yarn even. And just so make sure it doesn't fall down because it does come down quite easily. So she does need a little bit of decency there. But how well does that fit her? She has an instant Christmas dress. And so I'm really pleased. So the other one, I'm not quite sure who's going to get that yet because I do have to sort of dress some of the dolls up Christmassy. But again, look how it stretches from that to that. I had wondered whether it was supposed to be that way up, which it is on these. Can you see I've put those that way up? But I decided I wanted, I suppose because it's a zigzag, it could be either hanging up or hanging down, couldn't it? I've decided the green is hanging down there. If you turn it the other way, it's the red that's hanging down, which would make more sense because then the pom-poms are on the end. The pom-poms wouldn't sit up at the top. But either way, I decided I like that way round. So again, little dog socks, £2 from B&M. I keep wanting to say Home Bargains and it wasn't, it was B&M. But again, I have seen these online for a lot more. So watch out. There is another design apparently. They didn't have them in our B&Ms. But when I went online, I noticed that there is another design, which is quite nice. But I say, as didn't have it. If I go in before Christmas, I don't think I will now. But if I did and they were there, I would probably pick them up, the other design. Because I just such a quick thing, isn't it? You don't need to be able to sew. You don't need to be able to do anything. You've just got an instant dress. So that is why I wanted to show you those. Now, I wanted to talk about little tights, little socks made out of people socks. Now, these and this are both made out of people socks. Now, when you are getting people socks, make sure they are good quality ones when you are doing this. But I made these little stockings, like I say, out of the fabric of some socks. Now, the beauty of these, you can see this is like the top of the sock. You don't need to hem. That's amazing. They're quite easy to do. There's lots of people out there on YouTube doing them, so I don't think I need to sort of show you how to do them. Some people draw around the leg of the doll. I actually had some original Smartdoll ones, so I drew around them and sort of tidied it up and make sure you sew in the seams well. So that's what I did, but there are different ways of doing it, and please just sort of pop on sort of the search engine and you'll probably get that because there's lots of people doing it. So I decided it wasn't worth doing a video. I'm not really a sewer. I can sew. I don't do a lot of sewing though. I only really sew for myself and the dolls occasionally. So that is what I use, which is great. It worked out perfectly. You know, the seams are good, the top is good. It was just great. But one thing I noticed, I had some leftover sock. Okay, so there's this little bit. So I thought, oh, well, we'll make some little socks. I just knocked the camera then, hope it's not too blurry. So I did make these really cute little ones here. Again, I did use the top, maybe a little bit big for our Sindy here. with sort of like, that would be like maybe turn it over, I don't know, you'd have to mess about with the seams if you do turning overs, but they work quite nice. I am quite pleased with that. Again, maybe a little bit bulky for her. I think it works better for your larger dogs. Dear me, I think I really need to I need a cup of tea. I need to stop recording for a while. I'm trying to do lots of videos back to back because I know Christmas is starting to get really busy, and we don't know what's going to be happening with Christmas, with, you know, obviously with the virus and things like that. So I'm trying to get everything out at once. So I'm sort of doing quite a few videos back to back. So I'm trying not to get confused. I probably said dog because I'm doing dog things, you know, it's dogs and pets and things like that. But what I wanted to say is I had this bit over and I thought, well, I'll make them for the smaller dolls because there's quite a bit of fabric there. But one thing I noticed, these particular socks were okay, but these, can you see, because it's like a candy stripe, can you see how there's a seam there? Now again, you think no big deal, you know, do it that way. But what I was trying to do was make it so it's a one seamed thing. So this was actually the front of the stocking. But what I didn't realise was this area here comes undone. Now these also, if you're buying a pair of socks as well, this is something to be aware of. These come undone. Look. It is, the dog is snoring, bless her. She's fast asleep in here. The older she gets, the more she snores. But can you see, it's basically where the machine has finished the sock, I am presuming. But when you start messing about trying to cut and around it, I found it started to come undone. So if you see a seam like that, do not use it. As it turns out, for these dolls, they are so sort of skinny, and perhaps if you're doing from Blythe, they're even skinnier, you could fold over there and still get a pair of socks out. But you do need enough fabric so you can hold it. I actually sew mine on the full sock and then cut them out afterwards, if that makes sense, because can you see how it curls? And if you were trying to sew those two edges together, for example, they're not very easy to go under the sewing machine. It depends on your sewing machine, of course, but mine likes to take it down inside the machine and chew everything, so it doesn't work well for me. So be aware of your fabrics before you use it, and watch for these seams, because these were spotty. They didn't have that seam, but because of the stripe and how the sock was constructed, there was that seam there. And I did try making some stripy ones because I'd used that edge. And then when I sort of turned it inside out and everything, I realized it was starting to come undone, because you can see where it's actually joined. So that is something you need to be aware of if you are using people's socks, so to speak. So that's basically it. It was just a really quick video, just to sort of tell you to watch out for that. But people's socks are fabulous for making doll socks. Also pet things. Now I've actually seen pet hats as well. I saw a cat Christmas hat the other day, and I was like a Santa type hat. I was very tempted, but it was actually a little bit pricey for thinking of, well, I'm just going to be sticking it on a doll. And it's a very simple thing to make. So I decided, and I've crocheted Santa hats and things like that. I've got a bit of fluff there. So I decided it wasn't worth the buying. But if you're not into making things yourselves, it was a perfect sort of size for Smartdoll, or larger, I would say. Maybe even a Blythe, because she's got quite a large head. So that would work quite nicely. I think probably the most excited I was the leg warmers. I think they work the best because they became multi-purpose. These are really cute on the dolls. They're all set up there with a pair of socks on each at the moment, and obviously this one, she has her boots, and my Mirai has her stockings and her elf shoes. So that's it, really. Nice and quick. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps. Let me know if you bought some. Let me know if you found other companies buy them. I know there are other designs out there. I won't be getting any more this year, but you know, they're there. So have a quick look round, watch for those prices though, and think what else you could use this for. If you've used one of these for something else, I think there could be lots of different things, I suppose. For a smaller doll, you can make sort of like a funny little hat. Oh, I don't know. Let me know if you've done anything else with them. I love to see comments. I will see you all very soon. If you enjoy my videos, please like, subscribe and share. As always, it means a lot to me. And I will see you all very soon with some more dolly items. I think we have some decorations. These videos are going to go out in a totally wrong order, and people are going to wonder what I'm talking about, but we'll see. It's a surprise video next, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye for now.